Here's the situation so far. 3-love it is to Japan. I haven't just updated that scoreline at the top, but it is 3-love. As you can see, victories for Takahashi and Ohori in the singles. And unfortunately, Delru and Palermo had to retire. Palermo with that really nasty-looking knee injury. If we get any news, we'll let you know. So, up next, it's the second of the doubles. As promised, Matsumoto and Matsuyama taking on Tran and Margot Lambert, whose ranking of 350 odd doesn't mean a great deal because they've both been a lot higher with other partners. So here come the Japanese pair. We'll be starting big favourites to win this doubles match. And the French pair following on behind. First meeting again, which is no real surprise. Obviously both these Japanese players have notably been with other partners. That is the score. No coming back for France, although obviously if they can win one or even both or even one of the remaining matches, in the event of a tie in terms of wins in the group, then matches and even points, games rather, and even points can be taken into consideration. Isn't it just great to have people watching again? It really is. So there's Mei Matsumoto. 26 years of age she is now, and of course she was ranked #1 with Nagahara. Double world champions 2018 and 19, Matsumoto and Nagahara. Won the All England as recently as this year, as well as 4 other major titles. In short, she's a legend in women's doubles. And there is Matsuyama, who's 3 years younger than her partner. Chiharu Shida's her normal partner. They won 3 Super 300 events in Chinese Taipei, in the USA, in California, and also in Korea. Actually won a World Junior Gold in women's doubles with Sayaka Habara back in 2016. There's Margot Lambert. Yeah, I wouldn't take much notice of that 357 ranking. You see she was up inside the top 50 with Vimala Heriu. Started playing at 8 in Tahiti, Margot Lambert. And Tran, who's 25, from Neuilly-sur-Seine in France, and she's been as high as 18 with Emilie Lefel. They won a European Championship silver. They won in 2018, that pair. So that's why I was saying that 357 world ranking can pretty much dismiss that. Adam Larsen is the umpire from right here in Denmark. Kevin Ban of the United States will be the service judge.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, France, represented by Lambert and Tran. And on my left, Japan, represented by Matsuyama, Matsumoto. France to serve, Lambert, Matsumoto. Lavo. Play.
So Lambert to start us off. Oh, well anticipated. That's great from Tran first off. Not bad little flicker either. Longest rally of the afternoon session on court one. And the longer it went on, the more you thought it would be won by the Japanese pair. Felt longer than that, didn't it? That's great defence from the French. Pity because they played that point really well. Some very stout defence and just good sense maybe the two Japanese are getting a bit frustrated, but in the end they forced the error. It was a misjudgment. Well, you can't make a decision much later than that. Shall I? Okay. Pressure told in the end. Been a positive start this from Lambert and Tran. Well played. Matsumoto was so good at that right through her career at the net.
5-all.
Shoot quietly, please. Surprising miss that from Tran.
5.
We should get that. Well, it's just a pity because defensively they've been excellent. They've played some lovely shots as well, but now these unforced errors are creeping in, and that's only going to encourage their opponents. Great experience for Matsuyama to play with Matsumoto as well.
10-5.
So a run of 4 points in a row for the Japanese pair. Oh dear, oh dear.
11-5.
So I go to the interval. That was a yours, no mine, sorry type moment. And all of a sudden there's big daylight on the scoreboard. I think they were probably, in the end, they were afraid of hitting each other with the rackets. Both started to attempt to play the shot and then stopped, and the upshot was that it's a run of points for Japan that puts them in total control now. You would think of the opening game, 11 points to 5 at the interval.
Pareil sur vos enchaînements, notamment depuis le côté gauche, dès que vous voyez qu'il y a un peu de on commence à faire avec prêt à enchaîner sur la ligne. Parce que c'est unique.
Impressively positive start. Yeah, lovely play. Beautiful dovetailing between the two. That really was.
12-6.
Matsuyama's going to learn an awful lot from Matsumoto. Helps long though. It's not that they've made that many errors really, it's just they've been rather worn down by the Japanese pair. Don't see that very often. Swing and a miss, almost an air shot. Oh, so effective so often, isn't it? Straight down the middle, right between your two opponents. Executed to perfection. Again, they weren't quite sure whose shuttle that was. Well, if that had come back, I think they'd have probably given up. I don't know how on earth Matsuyama even got a racket to it, but it was wide. What's she got in there? Goodies, maybe? Wide. We haven't actually had too many lengthy rallies. That was one of the longest for a while. Unexpected error. Just a warning to speed up a little bit. Unexpected to miss those, do you? Oh, beautifully done. Solidly down the line from Matsumoto. Well, we've seen power, now we've seen placement and subtlety, and they're moving towards this opening game. Read the intent. Played really well, Matsuyama. You can see why she and Shida have had success together, and she's only going to benefit by playing with Matsumoto. Going through the repertoire now. Well, if Matsumoto doesn't get you, Matsuyama will. 10 game points. That was hit hard. Longest run of the match, I think, on match point. And in the end, one was all they needed. 21 points to 10. And after Lambert and Tran actually started pretty well, Matsumoto and Matsuyama took over. "17 minutes on court, and the Japanese pair lead by 1 game to love."
同じストレートして必ずクロス来るからこれを遅れないようにね本当はフォアからチャンス作ってラウンドから早めに体入れば全然もっとチャンス止めてしまうのでねこっちサーブ結構いいから3番目だとコースを狙うようなスペースをね結構いい感じね。
Continuez à oser faire des choses, à oser avancer, il n'y a pas de problème là-dessus. Tout ce qui est dans les défenses, continuez à rentrer dedans. Juste à partir du moment où vous êtes prêts à ce que ça revienne vite et on joue de l'autre côté, après c'est jamais un danger. Ok. Par contre, voilà, maintenant on se déplie pas de 5 points sur les petits points courts et l'interception du filet. On sait que c'est surtout Matsuyama qui fait ça. Donc quand elle touche le volant, voilà, très vigilante là-dessus. On peut plus se faire avoir là-dessus. Okay. On fait attention à ce truc-là. Puis voilà, dès que ça rentre dans les rallyes, vous créez des opportunités. Pas forcément besoin non plus d'essayer de faire. Je disais tout à l'heure à Anne, quand vous êtes bien placé sur des attaques, sur des lobes qui sont un peu courts de la part, n'hésitez pas à rester sur la même joueuse. Faut essayer de changer un peu de part. On reste sur la même et on joue le plus vite. Allez, c'est bon.
Second game.
So what can Lambert and Tran find in this second game? Maybe not much if that's the standard the Japanese are going to keep up. I always find body language absolutely fascinating, and you can just see only a couple of points only into the second game, but Lambert and Tran just look a wee bit demoralised, I think we'd say at the moment. There aren't too many who play that shot better, are there? Really aren't. Well, they'll be relieved, get their first point on the board. Good judgment, knew that she could just wait. It was a fair way out in the end. Well, they've just taken over, haven't they, in this second game? And from the French pair's point of view, never rains but it pours. So you make your own luck, but that was a rough one for Lambert and Tran to take. Raced into a 6-1 lead here. And that's classic Matsumoto. She makes the error. They're still 6-2 up in the game up, and she looks distraught about it. Just another one.
3-6.
Matsumoto. Yeah, you can't give Matsumoto those kind of opportunities from that range. Right in the zone, wasn't it? Way too much height over the net. Made that very straightforward. 8-3. Came back the first time, wasn't coming back the second. And that is a clear result of the way that they're feeling. It's the scoreboard. She'd never normally miss that kind of a shot. Japanese pair are just turning this into a little bit of a trouncing. And you win the badminton battle and kind of win the mental and psychological battle as well.
10.
So a lovely lead as far as the Japanese pair are concerned at the interval. 11-4 it is.
Essaie de jouer le petit jeu. Ok, vigilante là-dessus. Très bien. Allez, on va aller chercher.
It's just unrelenting, isn't it? They're in absolutely no mood to ease up. You can see it. Both Matsumoto and Matsuyama. Nearly, but not quite.
5, 12.
That's just great poaching, isn't it, is the word. Well, it's an excellent rally, but it had an inevitable conclusion. You just sense that the end is nigh, don't you, at the moment? Well, that looked like it was drifting wide.
Service over.
I don't imagine it'll
16.
prove too costly. Yeah, plenty of open court, and she found it with consummate ease. And that brings up 12 match points for Matsumoto and Matsuyama. It's wide. Are they going to challenge? No. Thought about it. Amusing way to finish. 21-9 in the second game. So now 4-love, the Japanese over France in this tie, and looking potentially for a clean sweep in the last singles. Lambert and Tran just didn't really have an answer to Matsumoto and Matsuyama's skill, court craft, power, technique, just about everything. 21-10, 21-9, 33 minutes on court. And we're down to just the last singles to come as the players mask up and exit stage right. Been really impressive today from the Japanese. Okay, they'll come up against obviously tougher opponents, but can't do much more than win comprehensively. That's exactly what they've done in every match so far, apart from the one doubles where there was the early retirement because of Palermo's injury. So I mentioned that we've got one match to go, and that is going to be the final singles tie between Asuka Takahashi and young Anna Tatranova, who's just 17 years of age. She's got a birthday coming up in a few days, actually. So join us again in a moment. Well, a warm welcome back to Aarhus and our continuing coverage of the TotalEnergies BWF Thomas and Uber Cup, delayed from 2020. It's a magnificent city. Doesn't feel like a city. It's extremely pretty.